Hi, everybody. This is Lily. So I am back with my journal. Today is October 3rd, everyone. So, hi, everybody. This is Lily Kolosova. And this is my own personal journal. In this journal, I'm going to have to do this, guys. I'm going to have to do this. But before I do that, let me get my water. I'm going to have to do a little disclosure for my friends. Guess who? All right. So I am drinking today just sparkling water infused with some peaches, you guys. All right. So that's what I'm going to be drinking. No wine. Because people whine about me. Hi, Queen. Thank you for being here. People whine about me drinking wine on my journal. Okay. Speaking of people complaining about my own personal journal and telling me how I'm supposed to subscribe to their rules of how I'm supposed to do my journal, apparently. Did you know that? I didn't know that there was such a rules like that for those that just want to do a personal journal. Oops. Okay. So, thank you for being here, everyone. I really appreciate it. I did run out of bubble gum. I'm done with this, people. Enough is enough. The retards are just, they're clogging the process, basically. That's why the purge is here. And that's why it is very difficult to go through this purge, you guys. It'll be difficult. I never said it would be easy. You think it's easy for me to do this live every time? It's not that easy. But I have to do this for my own personal reasons. And in fact, here's the disclaimer. I am an American citizen, and my rights are protected by a Constitution of the United States of America. I have the right to go on YouTube, create a personal account under my own personal name, and have a blog. I don't post this. I post my stuff in blogs and people, and put this in proper category. It is a blog, and it is my journal. And let me refresh your memory for those of you retards that telling me how I'm supposed to do my journals, because you all know how I'm supposed to journal my experience, my own unique, authentic experience. Oh, you know how I'm supposed to journal? Oh, I'm not supposed to be. I never said I was a freaking professional. Can you read? Or are you that low IQ? Are you a Maxine Waters squad? The Maxine Waters squad came into my last journal and is lecturing me on how to journal my own authentic experience, because they know how it is for me. Did you guys know that they all knew how my own journal live things go, how my mind works right here in this minute? Instead of writing, I'm here talking. And I'm sharing with people my own personal experience. Okay? Is there rules that are gonna tell me that I can't do that? That I can't call names? Is there a rule? Is there a law that requires me in my journals, when I write my journals, to not call people by their name? Does it require me to lie to myself in my journals? No. So, again, for those of you retards that don't understand this, I'm going to repeat it. This is my personal journal. I am protected under the Constitution of United States of America because I am a citizen, a rightful citizen. And you can't shut me up. And this is my own personal journal. So deal with it. Deal with it, okay? You're going to have to learn to deal with it, okay? I needed to get that out of the way for you guys so you can stop lecturing me on how to journal my authentic journey. Beautiful. Conferius, you're here personally to learn something new about becoming your own shaman. And that's what I am doing. And the reason I'm sharing is for those that are strong enough to take on the responsibility of being shaman. Because this is the subjects actually I'm going to talk about today. I've picked 3 subjects, okay, for today. So thank you for being here, Mystic Queen. Thank you, Conferius, for being here, and all the rest of you that are here. Thank you so much. But I am going to talk about black magic today, and white magic, and of course, beyond that, and what it is, and how all of that has to play out and come to the surface, and how it is actually all coming to the surface. And I will give you a few examples on how you can start looking in what places and in what direction you need to look for to start looking for your place as a shaman, because shaman is a servant of the community. And this is what I'm doing. But I'm just doing this for those that don't want to hide their head in the sand and want a change in this reality, and ready to do so, and ready to act. Okay? Ready to act and do something about it. This is why I'm talking. Even if it's preparing yourself first. So I am talking this, even so for me, right now, I'm going to tell you this right now. So for those of you that think that I don't have the right to have this journal out there, you Googlies, you're going to think you're going to stop me? Even if it threaten my life? This retard's just publicly on Facebook threaten my life. I mean, Maxine Waters IQ squad, go ahead, do yourself, darling, a favor, and go ahead and threaten me. My physical life on the most public platform. And you think what? Oh, very, very smart, darlings. Very, very smart. You just threaten life. Of a witness in a federal case, you dum-dums. Thank you. Thank you for helping me. Thank you, you retards. Thank you. You're doing it to yourself. She's asking, she posted on Facebook and she tagged her that she's in Boulder. She's in Boulder, so she's gonna, I'm supposed to be afraid. Oh, the Maxine Waters squad, IQ squad's coming after me. They're gonna threaten my life. These retards are threatening my life. And then she asked me in the comments, how's your life, Lily? And she texts me. Congratulations. Congratulations, darlings. So, Alicia, your squad, as dumb as you are. I have not seen such a retards. They think I'm their victim or something. They're going to push me around by their words, that they're psychology masters. Alicia, you're going to be left green by the time universe is done with you. You think your attorneys are going to protect you, Alicia? Well, you threatening my life? For what? Who started this, Alicia? You started it. And you started it immediately by threatening my life. Again, on Facebook, publicly. Very smart, darling. Proved it. Maxine Waters IQ. What are you going to do? What do you think your attorney's going to do for you? Let's talk about that, Alicia. I am all out of bubblegum, darling. I'm all out of it. And the reason I told you to learn patience is because you have no freaking clue you're that dumb. What you just got yourself into. Thank you. So, here, you asked me immediately. You initiated it. You want to know what's going to happen in politics? Let me ring you a politics bell. Got it? Got it? Hello, Bidens. What's happening to Bidens? You want to know about what's going to happen to you masters into that house of cards? Here, open your eyes. Do your math. What is happening with Bidens in Ukraine? What is happening in Ukraine right now with Bidens? What is going on with Hunter Biden? And what happens, darlings? What happens when all of their nefarious businesses in Ukraine come to light? And then Ukrainian people will get to prosecute those that are guilty of crimes against children. Alicia, what do you think is going to happen to your top layer of that card house that are Bidens? What do you think is going to happen to Hunter Biden in Ukrainian prison? How much do you know of what happens in Ukrainian prison? You know, zilch. My father was a warden in Russian prison for years. So I know how prisons operate. I know their codes, darlings. So I'm going to show you what's going to happen to Hunter Biden if he's going to be accused and found guilty of crimes against children, because this is what happens. I'm telling you this from experience. Okay? So here's a game. Gonna ring this thing one more time for you guys. So here, get it. All the businesses that's gonna come to light. And here's those that are guilty, then go to Ukrainian prison. Here's their balls. Okay? Here, this is regular size. The bag. I figure the stones are about the both sides. Here's what Ukrainians do to those that hurt children in prison. I know that. Here's your balls. Here's day one. This is what happens to those that hurt children. So, you want to scare me? And you're gonna send whoever here to scare me? I just told you who you threaten. Go ahead, help me, darlings. Help bury your own selves. Help to bury everyone that's protecting you. Go ahead, eat each other up out there on Facebook, on Twitter. Put all of your evidence out that you're threatening people. Put all of the evidence out that you're serving pharma and that you're being paid by pharma. I'm gonna get to it. That's the another side of what we need to learn. What is this bloody platform? Well, it's actually connected to pharma. And you know how pharma is protecting their operatives. So, excuse me, but you all know what's going on in alternative media. They're all pushing pills. What is C60? That's another one I'm going to touch on because it's going to connect to what I want to do in my journals is I actually want to include on the end some things that are actually helpful, like herbal cleansing and things like that that we can do. So for those of you that want to play drama and threaten my life, you want to play that game? Let's see how's that going to work out for you. You think those attorneys are going to save you, Alicia? Those attorneys' balls are going to be on the floor by the time. Don't you get that? If Bidens are going down, what do you think is going to happen to the rest of this house of cards of yours that you think you have so much protection from? You're so retarded you couldn't even become an attorney yourself because you don't have enough IQ. So please, just enough already with your shit. You just dig the hole for yourself. Nobody made you do this. You doing this. And the reason you're doing this is because, by the way, how's Teal Swan feeling these days? Oh, not so good. Oh, no death, no power, huh, Teal Swan? Because your power comes from death of other beings. That's where your power comes from. And then you're going to come to me and you're going to scare me with your black magic. And she says, Lily is no white witch. Oh, no, darling. I own all of it. I own my dark power. All of it. All of it belongs to me. So imagine that. And you little suckers, you have to go and suck children's blood to get your power, right? Parasites. Or suck somebody emotionally so you can get power, because you can't immediately. My God, her first initiation, oh my God, it couldn't be any more psychopathic. Can you do any math? Hello, Hunter Biden? Hello? Oh, it's not happening for you. Oh yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening. Yeah, keep your blinders on. It works. Trust me, it works. The longer you stay blind, the more visible you are. So what are you going to do now? You're going to go delete those physical threats on me? And what? Can you really delete anything, you retards? My ex used to wear this hat. He used to say, I read emails. And it was more than just that. There's nothing secret online, you retards. Nothing. Oh, it cut out? Queen, I'm still out? Oh my God, they cut me out. can't handle it. They can't handle the heat. All right. Okay, so I'm here. Okay. But the thing is, I just saw it. See, it's lagging. It's lagging so much. All right. So let me ask you, squad, Alicia's squad, what do you think is going to happen to you? You made your bed, you're going to lie in it. And that's how the patients work. Karma will always come. I got you guys here trying to see. That's the nature telling me they're around. It's coming around. I forgot to put incense on in my rocks. Hold on, I gotta put a few rocks on the computer because that's gonna help. Okay, Juliet, they're fucking with my line because, you know, because I just given them disclosure that I have full on right to speak about my experiences, and everyone that I speak about, and they talk a spiritual world, every one of those people is a public persona. So excuse me, I know what I'm standing on. You have no power here at all. You little toddlers. You don't have power at all. Did you see, guys, in my last thing, the swarm that came of wasps? And yes, darling, you're so hungry, darling. So I will feed you. But here's a little twist. I will feed you vinegar. And that's what you're going to get from me. Okay? And if you want to know how that vinegar tastes, go ask Lisa Harrison and go ask your Queen Teal Swan. How does that vinegar taste? You want to know? Go ask her and see how she can help you not to drink this vinegar, because you, darling, asked for it all on your own. I didn't touch you. I didn't initiate you into this. You initiated yourself, Alicia. So, okay? Блядь, вашу мать. Wait. You think your bowls are safe? Think again. Think again. When you governors of Colorado are telling me what it is they do on their free time in Ukraine, what do you think you're gonna do when I actually do speak to you? You wanna speak to me? You ask me first. So we will. But first, you will learn patience. And then I'm gonna get right now to Sathicus and that whole thing. So, Teal Swan and all of that black-white magic. This is what it has to do with black and white magic, okay? So this is what I was going to talk to you guys about the ritual and the effect of it. And I was going to share with you guys because I saw on that level, on the spiritual level, what actually happened, okay? They drink the Kool-Aid. They drank the poison. They drank the vinegar. They did it. They bit. They took the bite. Is that how it says? They did. And it's all frequency, you guys. It's all frequency, and we already did it. And that's why we are going to be manifesting all this into this reality, because from now on, it cannot be hidden. The cat is out of the bag on the collective level. It is over. And that's why I said in the last thing, it is over. Your magic activities are over because they no longer apply in the reality. What happens when a magician's trick is really revealed how it's done? Do you think the public will fall for that same magic trick and say, oh my God, it's magic? No, they're not going to believe it anymore because they know how the trick is done. And this is basically why I'm rattling all these cages, because all these tricksters that used black magic, they drew their power from blood sacrifices. This is what they drew their power from. But when that stops, their power, they're weakened. That's how they're vampiric structure. So they're weakened right now. You know how weak they are right now? I mean, and by the way, a little secret that you dumb Alicia don't understand is that I watched what you guys plan and all of that stuff. And you know what? In a physical form, I called Teal Swan, right-hand man, and told him exactly what is gonna transpire. And then you went ahead and still did it, you dumbass. And you still did it, but what happens? Phone call was there. Okay, darlings. So think about it again. You can't even do this kind of math. The only math you can do is counting your stupid blood market money. That's the only IQ you have level is for that. You just can count money. You can't add this 2 and 2 together. You haven't seen it, so you think you have the power. You're all puffed up. They're all puffed up. Speaking of puffed up, let's talk about puffed up that happened last time. Okay, and it does have to do with magic. So Satychus, thank you so much for showing yourself. It really is. It was brilliant. It was brilliant, you guys. It was brilliant. I can't even tell you how brilliant it was. And right now, how brilliant it is, the evidence are there. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Satychus. That was nice of you. So, I'm not going to say much. But what I'm going to say is, there's a saying in Russia, I know it's here, tell me who your friends are, I'll tell you who you are. That was the question for Satychus. Then you're going to say, oh, I don't have a right to speak about you in public. Oh yeah, you can't bitch about it enough and cry enough about it. I have the right. Because I was on your show. Or you were on my show, it doesn't matter. So I had experience. This is my journal. So I have the right to share my experience with you. So let's go back, Satychus, to that show. What was it about? Blood codes. And what is blood codes? It's DNA. But what happened to you, darling? You're incapable of activating blood codes, aren't you? Because why would anyone who's capable of activating their own blood codes, and this is for all shamans, it's not just for Satychus, this is for all shamans. You want to call yourself a shaman, you want to call yourself a warrior, you want to call yourself whatever, but you're doing here for the good, right? Whatever you're doing, you're claiming that you're doing it for the good of humanity, right? You're claiming that you're doing this for the right of humanity. So let's do it for the right of humanity. So I had a show with you because I told you, activate your blood codes. That's how you can take on the enemy. Because if it ain't running through your blood, you're a weakling. You're nothing. You can't withstand the war. If it's not active in your blood, if it's not running through your blood, you're dead inside. So I told you, this is what you need to do. What did you do? You went back to your stupid magic. Stuck on magic. Can't activate blood codes. So gotta do it here because can't do it in here, can you? Because when you do it in here, actually, when you really truly become a shaman in here, you do the spiritual work in silence. Inverted shamans do it all in teachings and external because they're empty inside. Because they're not running on their blood. Because it's exactly what I told you. I didn't come there to learn your stupid magic from you, Satykas. I came there and offer you, and you guys can, enough. I've been attacked all morning with their frequency bullshit. Come on. All it takes is a few breaths, so stop it. So, I didn't had a show to where I want to learn your craft because I didn't submit to your craft. If you don't remember, then go look again. What did I talk about? I talked about blood codes. What does blood activating your blood code has anything to do with your stupid magic structures? It has nothing to do with it. It's a living energy. And if you ain't got it, it doesn't matter how much knowledge you have. You'll never be capable activating your will, because until you activate your blood codes and it will run through your blood, then you can change something. But if you think you can talk about it on all kinds of sides, in all kinds of language, in all kinds of symbols, how is that right now helping the innocent children that their blood is still being drained? Oh, you're going to talk about how divine masculine you are? What I called you for is you were the leader of activating divine masculine. So I said, divine masculine, activate a warrior within. Stand up for the children. Oh, but now what happened? Oh, when I question you and I said, Satykas, where's the action? Oh, yep. Oh, tough. Oh, tough talk. Oh, he even made the sword. What are you doing with the sword? Have you swung on anybody? Oh, you claim you're doing it in spiritual. But when it comes to physical and in physical presence, children are suffering. Oh, you don't want to know about it. Your divine masculine doesn't want to know about it. You want to yap about how you want to learn all about occult. Why is it that you prefer to learn another side of the dead teachings from thousands of years ago? Just so what? You kept your audience entertained? What are they to do with it? How are they to act with it, Satykas? They can't act with it because none of it in that you didn't teach them how to activate their blood codes. You only taught them mastery. And you just came into my last journal, and you just now, even right now, you guys, go and look. When one of his students posted something because that individual had activated her blood codes and could see what's at stake, and so kept telling him that, Satykus, she is asking you, show me what you've done. You divine masculine? You divine masculine? You divine idiots. You're all tough. You made yourself a sword. Did you freed an innocent child? No. So you just tough talk as you're whatever accusing me of. Listen, my tough talk, when I put evidence about children from Ukraine on Lisa Harrison's show in March of 2016, that's what my talk did. Awareness, evidence, put in there, doing whatever I can. But you want to teach your people, and then you want to come and you show it yourself. You the master, so you treated her as your slave. So you called her out on your school's code when she chose to act on her own blood codes. But you keep people in submission to your codes. Got you. You keep, and you showed it all because you kept putting her down. You kept putting her down. Comment after comment after comment. Satykus, I didn't do that. I didn't reveal you. You did. You did reveal how you treat your students. When the student overcomes you and actually activates their blood codes, you come and put them down. And you put them down. Because you are master idiots, can handle a question. When I'm asking you, show me your action. You talk tough. What do you do with that sword? Crying when Lily, crying with it makes you feel better when you need to cry when Lily calls you out on your action? You're going to sit over there with your buddy gatekeepers and you're going to talk about how you learned, oh no, occult, and you know, black occult, and you know, white occult. Who gives a shit how many occult secrets you know? Have you used any of them? Tough talk. You divine masculine? What are you doing, divine masculine? Oh, you now jumping on, oh, there is children being used and all of that stuff. What happened when on August 25th of 2016, I went right after that Universal stupid console came in and babble over there with their Babylonian fucking technology so people can give all their money, no more different than church. So what did I talk about? I talked about the bloody platform and what they're using the blood for. That's what I've been doing in 2016. But you're now all going to jump on, oh, you tough, you made a sword? Pooh. You made a sword, but you're going to put down a female student, but you have a sword. Congratulations, warrior. Makes you feel better at night having it? This is what happens, but this is the thing. They're protecting what they're protecting. I'll tell you what they're protecting. They're protecting what they killed their own for. Max Spears. was killed by them, by their own group, by their own group. They killed him. Because you know why? Because he wanted to stand up for children, and they eliminated him. Miles Johnson involved. You, Miles Johnson, you have blood on your hands, and it's evidence now. And you dig your own freaking hole too, Miles Johnson, because what he found out and what he wanted to reveal, because his conscience would not, what they did to him. And Sverdlov, I'll get to you, you Russian piece of shit. I'll get to you, you stupid. I'll get to you, блядь, твою мать, скотина ты, пидорас. Убью, блядь. I don't care what you do, but you are, he is the pedo pimp. And what they did, and they killed him. This is what they do. What do you think, Alicia, they're going to do to you? Because you're going to endanger the higher level of that structure, of that network. What do you think they're going to do to you? All the rest of you little slaves that are running around threatening other people. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen to you, Teal Swan, when you and your psychology buddies over there will be implicated in mind control over others? What are you going to do then, you dum-dums? What are you going to do then? This is what they don't get. And who was pushing? I'll tell you. This is why we need to do cleanses, because they're pushing this Babylonian technology. You guys know what is the spraying? What I've talked about it. I've talked about it. And right now, in your new age media, Sita, I understand you saying, calm down. I am calm. This is me calm. I'm just telling them, I'm not going to stand for it. They wanted to shut me down, and it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. They're just going to keep digging more and more and more holes for themselves. But I don't know how other way to get through to these people. So, like I demonstrated, what happens to these people's balls? What do you think is going to happen here? Do you think if it's going to be happening, which is already proven around the world that this is going to be happening? You can't hide, you can't run, nothing's going to cover for you. And so, what is truly C60, you guys? And the reason why I'm bringing this up, and the reason I'm talking about pharma, because really at the core of it, it is pharma. Because it connects to this technology. This is nanotech. It connects to MK Ultra and mind programming and mind control and all of that stuff. And it has to do with all the patents. You guys research Epstein patents. And what schools connected to it? What patents are those? Those are mostly all mind control technology. And so now, but this Sleepy Joes can do math. So December 21st, 2017, EO does what? What did Epstein been accused of? So what do you think? Who are those patents belong to now? Sleepy Joes, do your math. Do your math. Okay? So now that technology has changed hands. Okay? And so you will see a lot of aftermath that has to do with that. So this is one of the things, and this is why they are in panic. And this is why every one of their fuses are blown at the same time right now, because Welcome to the perch. Welcome to the perch. Conferius, пожалуйста, пожалуйста. Epstein case. Okay, when you dig in, Epstein, dig into rabbit hole of the all the patents for technology specifically. If you understand, I mean, quantum mechanics is my hobby, as I said before, you guys. So that's kind of my type of thing. So this is because it does connect ultimately spiritually too. It does have a lot to do with even uranium and all other stuff. And because you guys think of it, all of the stuff that Earth does and Earth has, okay, think about it. Because we are exactly of the same elemental and mineral structure as Earth. So our bodies produce gold. Here's your, it's, we all have, all of that is within us. So it all has to do with the energy too, because ultimately their energy runs just like it runs on oil, which is the blood of Earth, right? That's what we have the running energy on. Their spiritual world runs on the blood of the children. That's why they worship Christ on the as the blood is dripping, because that's the life, because the blood is still alive. That's the only thing. Those people that do this, participate at this network, that's the reason they do, because they can't experience true life. They can only experience through the extreme negative or whatever, the extreme thing. So, but for them it's food. So this is why they're actually going to come in, and they're going to come in into my comments, because they need to feed. They feed on other people's emotions. They do all this stuff, to do it in other, and they're going to do it in alternative media because they need a food source right now. So they're going to be doing it. So this is why I say C60 is and it's backed by pharma, and then you have your pharma pimps like Cliff Hyde and everybody else. I saw Danny. Somebody told me that Danny, Lisa's besties. Lisa, by the way, what happens when Danny talks? And she will. But Danny is also pushing C60. So they're like a pharma backed spirituality, because it's mind control. It's all of that. So it's all connected, you guys. So because of that, and because of innocence, and because who built the reality and how it's built, and so it's all coming sort of full circle. So that's why I say, let's do some cleanses, because this C60 they're pushing, and so, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's just making them sick right now. It's just making them sick. It doesn't work because what we're doing is, see, they're pushing that on other people. So they're pushing that on other people because they need to get in. They need to get into your physical body to try to feed on your energy, because otherwise physically, because see, this is why they do it, because once we spiritually disconnect that, then they'll try so hard to get in physically. And that's what happens as we've been healing and healing. They come up with this C60. Oh, you know how they come up with it? Because it looks like, and it kind of does have that, it's the charcoal. It's simple charcoal, but there is so many different charcoals. And what happens, like in Russia and in KGB, they all use earth for all this anti-poison stuff. That's why with Russian KGB, you guys know there's a lot, they always use poison, right? And they use nature's poison too, because this is what it is. Like my family, they knew every freaking weed there was, the name, what it does, how it works, what benefit it has, everything. So what they would do, and there is a certain charcoals that are so potent that will 99.9% of all kinds of poisons, it'll just whoosh, and you just poop it out. Yes, that carbon thing. So what they did with C60 is they replaced that carbon thing with the nanotech. Okay? So what it does actually, it becomes a poison around your cell. It's like becomes a parasite around your cell. It surrounds your cell. It envelops your cell, and then your cell is like locked. It just exudes life force, and then it's completely like absorbed by this technology. I don't know how else to explain how it operates, but that's how it operates. And so it takes the life force. It sucks the life force. Because this is what carbon does. Carbon takes all the poison out of your body, and then it just takes it straight into your digestive system, because what you have in your digestive system is all these acids that can process it. And so then carbon just gets it there immediately, because it surrounds that poison with like a bubble. So what they did is it's inverted thing with nanotech, and so it surrounds your cell, and then it acts as a parasite. So it just sucks the energy out of a cell. It just sucks the life force out. And that's what it does. It's a parasite. Yeah, and that's what it is. So weed, yes, weed cleans that out. It does. But you gotta smoke it too. That's why actually natives smoke their special what is that, tobacco. Yeah, that's too. It's this sickness. They called it a sickness in the air or whatever. It's sickness in people's head because it goes into brain and all of that stuff. Charcoal. Well, right now in America, they have actually a good charcoal. Charcoal is like I always have charcoal. It's like a KGB agent. I always have charcoal. But no, it's because my body is very sensitive to all the chemicals around. So if I'm out and I'm eating something and something gives me a bad reaction, I always have charcoal with me. I'm not a KGB agent. Activated charcoal is the good thing. Yeah, C60 is synthetic because it's a nanotech. It's inverted thing. Yeah. Yeah, Yanni, it's inverted thing. And so basically what it does, it feeds on your life force. Okay, because the nanotech doesn't have its own life force. Why do you think all those computers in the Middle East, and they require all this energy? You guys know how much energy they require? All this energy to run those computers? Yeah, what is that energy? They take it from Earth because it's not self-sustainable. Okay, so this stuff is not self-sustainable. So they're basically infecting you. And those people that do that, they're basically, like you doctors, they're just pushing pills on you, because ultimately the spiritual responsibility is pharma who's implementing a lot of that invasion, spiritual invasion. Yeah, because and that has to do with why the Satanic Network use so much of psychiatry, and they do pills and all of this pills that they use, and what it's doing. All of that is going to come to light, and how, because that's a part of Satanic Network actually. Yeah, pharma is part of Satanic Network. So I mean, these little bitches think that they can take me on. If I can talk about pharma, what do you think I can talk about else? So charcoal, I recommend, if you guys don't know about charcoal, do a 7-day cleanse with charcoal. Just take start with one in the morning with your breakfast, one at lunch, and one in the evening. Okay, see how you do. You might have, you'll have a spectrum. You might have, your stool will turn black for sure. Okay, and you might have anything from diarrhea all the way to, having a really hard thing. It depends, because of what it's going to do. But if you can, and if you don't have like a really bad diarrhea, if your body doesn't react with diarrhea, then what you can do is take 2. The next day, take 2 for breakfast, 2 for lunch, and 2 for dinner, and do it for 7 days. And what it's going to do is going to suck all of your things out. It's going to keep taking. And after you do that, then what you want to do is do some kind of regimen to replenish your digestive system, because it cleans out everything. So it cleans out the good stuff too. And that's one of the things. So it takes bad and good too. So what you want to do immediately is you don't want to leave your body completely drained. You want to immediately replenish your body with all the nutrients that it needs to replenish your digestive system. And so here's, you do fruits and vegetables and all of that stuff, and you absolutely have to eat fermentized, or those vegetables that are been sitting in the thing that's been brewing. What is that thing? Or you can replace it with Brax or whatever you can, but you gotta, and of course the apple cider vinegar will replenish that too. So even after you do that, the cleanse with the activated charcoal, then do the at least 7 days apple cider vinegar, all of that stuff. Okay. Charcoal, yeah. So do that, and so make sure you have those living. So like kefir, all of that. You can drink a lot of that and like replenish your probiotics and all of that stuff. Oh, hi, Diane. Yeah, I've been here for almost an hour. But I'm talking about health right now because this is my third part. I want to talk about the health part in my journal. So what we can do, let's start all these poisons right now, because it will not take out your metals. But what I'm talking about, charcoal, it will take out your poisons that are, everywhere. And all you guys that, like, if you have gluten intolerance, and that charcoal will reverse that. Okay, you might have to take it on more regular basis. Okay, and you'll have to do a lot more, like, but that's actually helps a lot too. So when you have like those gluten intolerance, that's when you immediately take charcoal, and that, because that's that poison. That's the poison. It's not actually gluten. It's the poison in the flour. And so it acts like a poison. So charcoal will immediately relieve that. You take charcoal and just mark my words, look at the clock, and 15 minutes later, you're not going to have that pain. C60 is Nanotex. So we're going to have to do a little bit deeper cleanse on that. And that has to do with the juices and all of that things. So you're going to have to do a lot of red beets juicing for that to get rid of the attack. This is what you got to do. Is red beets will get rid of the Nanotex. It somehow pops it. I don't know how, because it has a lot of blood support for us. So what happens is, when your blood, because your blood is like it generates life in your body. I don't know how to say that. Blood is the source of life in your body, right? So like in physical form, right? You guys know that life, it's like a life force in the physical form. That's why they drink it. So this is where it gets in the most, is on your blood cells. So what red beet juice does, and if you keep and you keep flooding your blood with that support, what it does, that it supports white blood cells. Okay, and then so what do white blood cells do? They restructure other cells. So what happens is, with why red beet juice works so well, is because it gives like a boost to your blood, to your white blood cells, and then the white blood cells can go into sort of, and so this is how you do it. Yeah. And so it's got to be raw juice, organic, of course, try not to have any chemicals in it and stuff like that. But you can do any other combination with other juices, but as long as you have 8 ounce 3 times a day of just red beet, but you can't just on its own, it's so you gotta, I like to add kiwi to it and things that are taste a little bit, fruits. You can add fruits, apples work really good with it and stuff like that. But you can do that, or you don't have to, like, I like to do things to where I do it and I do it like, and I do just beet juicing and with other juices, and I don't eat anything else. Although last time what I did, I also had 1 avocado each day as an avocado, like something without, not just juicing, just an avocado. But that was my thing. And it did make me look really, really white and all of that stuff, because it does work on blood a lot. Because you over and you're gonna feel all kinds of things happening with your body and all of that, because it's gonna be popping that tack, and then you're gonna have to drain it, and it's gotta come out of your body. And so, okay, beet juice. And you guys, the other thing I recommend every day, have raw local honey. That's the other thing that will also get rid of tack. That's a Egyptian secret. That's how Egyptians did it with honey. So I do honey every day. Every day. I can't live without honey. So thank you, tinfoil hatter. Thank you. Today was good. Yeah. No interruptions. Yeah, because I had to clear up some things in the beginning and say, hey, this is what I'm doing here. I'm sharing some things that apparently other people wanted to know with, and it's my personal things. And so go sue me for, whatever. Go run to your to your judges that will protect you. Go sue me. All of you. I don't care. Don't come in here and in my personal journal and tell me how I'm supposed to talk, right? So anyway, well, the thing is, and so cleansing the blood, because that's where it is, then the brain is a lot more complicated, because our brain has a specific things. They use a specific technology for it, and it's a lot more complicated. And a lot of it is already within us. A lot of it. So that's why it's kind of, difficult, but we're going to work, and the blood will help. And when we cleanse the blood, then the rest will just kind of, we'll figure out. But I think for the brain, we're going to use a lot of the cannabinoids product. I think that's what we'll eventually come up with something that will, because endocannabinoid system is, you guys, it's an incredible system. And if we know how to rebalance it, and then once we do, we already know how. Once we do, it's going to be amazing, because that's where we're going to get, that's how we're going to get the breakthrough for the clearing our mind parasites. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to come up with something that nature will provide us through the cannabis plant, the healing for this, for our minds. So that's a really good news, you guys. And we're already going that way. So it's going that way. Smoke weed every day. I do. I do. Without it, I don't know. And work out every day too. Yeah, oh my gosh, you guys, I live here in Boulder. It's beautiful. I'm like right outside here, just a few feet away is this beautiful trail system, Boulder County trail system. It's just, I mean, the nature here that I've got is just absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful. So I've been on this for over an hour. So how are you guys? How's my Hyperborean Sisters wisdom today on doing the cleanse with activated charcoal? It's not that expensive to get. Just make sure you get a really good one, real good potency. And the other thing, and I'm going to show the third things, is iodine. Iodine will do more than just that, but in America, they have, and here the FDA has approved an iodine, but what they did is they watered it down about 10%. So I buy my iodine from Canada because they actually don't have the rules, FDA rules, to water down it like that. So make sure you find it online, and you can order it on Amazon and get it. But I've tried to look in the stores, in regular stores here, and I wasn't able to find it. And because everything, it was there, but it was just, the numbers weren't there. It was like watered down, 1 to 10 or something like that, in all the stores, even health food stores. So anyway, yeah, so iodine also every day. A dose of iodine. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up, or look at my thing, and I'll tell you what's the dose next time. I forgot about it. But yeah, that was the third thing that I wanted to say. If you can find and include that in your diet, because actually what it will do is, because a lot of this nanotech, it's radioactive. So this is why it's radioactive. Nanotech is radioactive. So what happens is iodine will, okay, so iodine, charcoal, and red beet juice. And if you can't do just juicing, let me go back to juicing. If you can't do just juicing, you don't have to do just juicing like I do. It takes a little practice with juicing and stuff. You got to really have a will to do it. If you can do for 3 days, start 3 days. Don't do 7 days like I do. Do 3 days if you want to do juicing only. But if you can, then just do first, before you eat, just that juice, and make sure that it's at least 8 ounces of beet juice, because that's going to give you enough power. So and then so you take that before food, and just make sure you eat stuff that supports that process. So salads, things like that, that will help you to move things. You guys understand that, right? Well, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate you joining me for these journals. It's always fun. It is what it is. Things happen, and like last time, things happen live, and they were a little bit, maybe confusing for some people, but I'll tell you, I'm not surprised. I wasn't surprised. I expect things like that. I expect things like that. And so, but of course, things go the way they go. I can't control things when things are live, and I am never confused about, okay, this shouldn't be happening or that shouldn't be happening. I don't think that way. So whatever is happening in my reality, it is what it is, and I'm gonna I'm not gonna run from it or anything. I'm gonna be dealing with it, because there is always a reason for it. Say bye to everybody. Okay, Caesar Zeus saying bye to everybody, and thank you so much for watching Mama's Journals, right? Are you grateful that everybody watching Mama's Journals? Yes, he is. He is. My German, made in Germany. My German angel. Mwah. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Stay wild.